Hi, hello. Today is the bookshelf tour that I promised in the last video. So like normal, we're gonna start at the top and then work our way down. And I just kind of go through it a little bit with the process in the last video. So if you want to see me redecorating, reorganizing, go watch that video. I recommend it. And let's get into it. So here she is, top to bottom. I forgot to turn the lights on, but starting on the top shelf, we've got The Fake Mate by Lana Ferguson. I have read that one. I give it like a 3.25, something along there, or actually maybe 2.75. Probably more like that one. I didn't enjoy that much, but it was good nonetheless. Next is The Nanny, Lana Ferguson. I really do want to read that one just to see other books by her, because I've heard a lot of other people do like more books by her, so we'll see about that. Then I have The Gay Best Friend. I tried reading, I got like the first or the second page in on that one, and then I don't know, it seems more like teenage kind of writing, so I decided to just put that down for now and then move along to the next book that I had in mind. The Only One Left by Riley Sayer. This is a thriller, my first thriller, my only thriller actually in my entire collection. And I got this only because of my mother, because she kind of likes that mystery thriller aspect in most books. So I did get that for her. No, she has not read it, but hopefully she'll read it and then she'll tell me about it, and we can see if I would like to read it. Next is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I want to read this book so bad. I just have not gotten to it yet, and I'm scared because I know it's gonna be like a 5-star, and I just am scared to pick it up and it to not be a 5-star. So that's why I still haven't read it yet. Next is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I also think this may be a 5-star, so I'm a little worried about loving it. Well, actually, I'm more worried about not loving it because I think I will love it. And also it takes place in the summer and we're in winter now, so I can't really read it right now. That wouldn't make any sense. Next is Throttled by Lauren Asher. F1 is like a recent thing I'm kind of getting into. I watched a little videos on it and it looks super interesting. So I wanted to pick up this entire series, and I saw that like these newer covers were at Target for like quite a bit less. So I decided to just get this one, see how I feel about it. Plus this cover is gorgeous. I do love the other covers though too, because the spine, I love the spine on the other cover. But you know, it looks really good. I've heard a lot of good things about this series, so I am very much looking forward to it. And I have to take this sticker off. Oh my god, it's driving me crazy. Next is The 7-Year Slip. Same thing with these two. I know I'm going to love that book, and it scares me because what if I don't love it? What if I don't give it a 5-star? It's just the anticipation is killing me. But also magical realism, I've only read a couple. I believe this is magical realism, something along that lines. So I mean, I do know I like the genre, but I'm just scared that I won't love it, so that's why I still haven't read it yet. Next is Collide. I think I've seen this around on like book Instagram and stuff, and a lot of people said that they liked it, but I'm just kind of scared because the cover is so beautiful, like oh my gosh, stunning. And I don't know, it's a winter book. Like this is what I associate with winter, like hockey, sports. So this is kind of perfect for the exact scenario or season that we're in right now. So I definitely need to pick this up sooner rather than later. Next is Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I have read this book. It was 5 stars. I loved it. It is like a YA, but it was the first book I've ever read. Well, not like ever, but like the start of my book journey. It was the first book, and it was recommended to me by like my teacher, and I love her. Shout out to her. And oh my god, it was like the perfect book for me at that point in time. So this is just absolutely amazing. I do recommend it if you guys have not read it. Next is Archer's Voice. Same thing, guys. It's the same thing over and over again. I'm sorry, but I haven't read it because I know it's going to be a 5-star, and that scares me so much. But I know I'm going to resonate and look back on this book and just cry my eyes out. So I'm just excited and I'm scared. Next is Rules of Our Own. This is the newest book added to my bookshelf. I just got this a couple days ago, and in that reorganizing bookshelf, that is the book that I was talking about that was coming in a couple days. And so far I'm loving it. I am in the middle of it. I'm this far in it. I think I'm about 30%-ish through, and that is just reading in one day. Like, I'm already 30% through. That's how you know I'm going to love this book. Next is The Song of Achilles. I have read this book. I do wish I had the other cover. I think from the UK or Europe, somewhere over there. I think I rated this like 3.25 stars. I just don't know. I just don't know. I thought I was going to love this book. I don't know what happened. I literally cannot tell you what happened. I love the premise. I love like gods. I love all of that. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I will most definitely be reading this like once I'm a little further along in the year, because I need to look back on this and just read it again. Next is Cross the Line. Same thing with Throttled, but with this, I've heard it's F1. So, and I want to get into F1 stuff. So I've heard about it. I saw it on people's Goodreads, and I was like, yes, I'm getting it. That's basically all there is. I have not read it yet, but I'm so looking forward to this. I feel like it's more of a summer read than a winter, so I'll probably wait until summer for that, or at least spring. Gorgeous cover too. I love that cover. Next is Unsteady. Just like my hand. Unsteady, I did try to pick this up about a couple months ago, and it was just beginning to be winter, and I don't know, I got like 10 pages in, maybe the first chapter, and I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. So I had to put it down, and I'll definitely be picking it up this winter sometime. Maybe January, maybe February, we'll see. Next is Girl Abroad. I specifically got this book so I could read it in London, because I did go to London, and then I heard that this was obviously a girl abroad in London, and she rooms with like 3 boys or something. Yeah, her roommates are all boys. And I just feel like that is iconic. I love that. So I thought I would read this when I was in London. You guessed it, didn't, but I do hope to read it at some point. She is thick. She is very thick. Let's see how many pages she is. Yeah, like 400 pages. Next is Beach Read. I haven't read this, but Emily Henry is definitely an author I want to try so bad because everyone loves her. You know, I am looking forward to this, but obviously it is a beach read, so I won't be reading it in winter. I usually don't look at the backs of books because sometimes it sways your thought. I just love going into books blind, just to have like the thrill of, oh my god, what is coming next? I don't know even what the names of the characters are, so I love that. Here's The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. I'm definitely This was like one of the first books I've ever purchased. I had it for a very long time, about a year now, and I still haven't read it because I've heard a lot of mixed things. For like the amount of pages this is, how many is it? A 400-page book, and there's a lot of mixed things. I don't know, but you know, give it a shot at one point. We'll just try to see. But I will say Terms and Conditions, which I think is the second book in this series, does interest me a lot more than this one. So let me know if that's like a standalone and I could read that one instead of reading this one, or do I have to read them in order? Next is If You Had Been With Me. And I know this one is sad. Like, I know I'm definitely going to cry at this one. So I'm just kind of waiting until I'm in that mood to cry. I do love the cover. I do really, ooh. That was crazy of her. Magnolia. What is she doing? What is she doing? Falling on the ground. That's what she's doing. Okay, next, The Way I Used to Be is on my TBR for February. So we'll see if I actually end up reading it. But I know it's sad, and my friend actually did read this, and so did her sister, I believe. But I'm waiting to be in the mood for this. I think I may love this book. Okay, next is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. This is the first Ali Hazelwood that I purchased, and I've heard great things. I think this one is YA, I believe. The cover is gorgeous. Hopefully there is an actual plot of chess, because that would be amazing. I would love to read about it, honestly. So I know really nothing about this book. I know really nothing about any of my books, if we're gonna be honest. And I heard a lot of good things about Miss Ali Hazelwood. It's kind of like the same with Abby Jimenez and Archer's Voice and The 7-Year Slip. I'm like, I want all of her books to be 5 stars, so I'm kind of holding off. Maybe I'll do a video about that. You know, reading 5 stars for a week or something like that. Let me know. The next book is One Autumn in Whitechapel. This one is a non-fiction. I went to London and we did a tour, Jack the Ripper tour. And our guide, this is his book, he wrote this book, and I was really interested in what he had to say because he was a great tour guide. So we did get the book. So yeah, this is his book. It's basically about like his research and what led to his predictions on who was Jack the Ripper and all of that stuff. Next is Project Hail Mary. This is my one and only sci-fi on my bookshelf. I'm guessing you guys know what this is about. My dad did read it and he really liked it, so I was like, you know what, I am going to get the book. Have I read it? No. Am I? Most definitely. I just need to be in the mood. I need to be in the mood for a sci-fi. I also made him a promise. I'll read the book once he annotates the book for me. That was the deal. And do you see this annotated? No. So Dad, I know you're watching this. Annotate the book. Annotate the book. Thank you. Next is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I know I'm going to devour this book. I just know it. I just know 1000%. And I am looking for the time where I want to just be totally immersed in this world, and I just want to find the time to just eat this up. I know I'm gonna love this. I love vampires. I love werewolves. Okay, next is The Outsider. I read this in 7th grade, I believe, and honestly, this was like the first book to actually catch my interest, and I absolutely love this book. Shout out to 7th grade, first and only shout out I will ever give to 7th grade. Watched the movie and I love the movie. Oh my god, guys, if you have not watched the movie, please watch the movie. This book, so good. So good. I love it so much. Oh my goodness. It's like not even 200 pages. It's the perfect book for a quick and easy read. Okay, next is 10 Things That Never Happened. Know nothing about this book as well. This one I'm very excited about. It is on my February TBR, so we'll see if I actually get to it. Next is 1,000 Broken Pieces, and you may be wondering where is the first book, so listen. So basically what happened is someone ordered this book and then sent it to our address, so I just kind of kept it. The same person did the same thing but with totally different thing than a book, so I'm not sure what happened there, but we can't obviously send it back because we didn't order it, so I just kind of kept it, you know. But I do have to get the first book because reading the second book in a series won't make any sense. That is the reason why I don't have the first book in the series. I know nothing about this except it's sad. At least the first book I know is sad. I don't know anything about this book, and I'm obviously not going to read the back because I don't want spoilers. That is the story. Next, guys, next is Magnolia Parks, and I'm sure everyone knows about this book. I am the last person to read this book. I know this is going to be a 5-star, and I'm just worried that it's not gonna live up to my expectations. Very excited about Magnolia Parks, the universe. Okay, and that is my top row of my shelf. This is a rainbow shelf, guys. I know, I'm sorry. But this is my standalones, and I have nowhere else to put them because all the other shelves are categorized. Okay, moving down, we have my dark romance stack. Miss Rena Kent, I Have Got a Malice and Got a Pain. The first 2 books in the Legacy of Gods. I've heard a bunch of booktubers, let's be honest, Larry Reeds, talk about this series so much, and I am a very much follower, you could say, so I immediately got the series and I have to read it. I am like 12 pages in at this moment. Also, there's like deluxe covers of the series coming out, and I was worried that, I mean, guys, I love this cover. I love this cover so much, and I was worried that the new deluxe covers were replacing these covers, and I was like, oh my god, no. I actually got this book anticipating that they weren't going to be in stock anymore, but they are remaining in stock. Okay, sorry. I yapped for too long on that. Butcher and Blackbird and Leather and Lark, my baby. My children love these books. This is a 4.5, I believe, or 4.75. I think I upped it to 4.75. It was a 4.5, but I mean, Solone, Roman, oh my god. Leather and Lark, 5 stars. 5 stars. I mean, you cannot, you just can't beat it. You just can't beat it. Miss Benweaver, I love you. You are a goddess in my eyes. Yes. Next is Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I love what she's doing, like the fairy tale retellings. I love it. Cannot wait to read that. Next is Her Total Take by Holly LaRue. This one I've heard a lot about, and I'm very excited. Is it a demon main character? I think so, and that interests me so much, so very excited for that series. Next is Haunting Adeline. Guys, I mean, first of all, don't judge, okay? This is a no judgment zone. This, I'm excited and I'm a bit nervous about, let's be honest. I just have to find the time to start it, to read it. Me and my friend, we were going to read it, like buddy read, like that kind of thing. We're gonna read it at the same time and kind of like check in at every chapter, like, oh my god, this happened, oh my god, can you believe it, that kind of thing. But we never ended up doing that, and since college has started, it's a whirlwind of just not being able to read, period. So next is Lights Out. This, guys, oh my gosh, loved it. 4.75 stars. I can't get over it. If you haven't read it, please go and read it. I recommend the audiobook. A bunch of people recommended the audiobook, and I decided, yes, please, I will be reading that on audio, and I did, and guys, it's so funny. Next is the, oh my god, what is it? Windy City series, I believe. I haven't read any of these books. I need to. I really need to. All I hear is amazing things about it, and I just haven't read it. I have heard that the first book, Mile High, isn't everyone's favorite, But, you know, depends on the person, depends on the mood, depends on a whole bunch of scenarios. So we will see. I love a good sports romance, and I think these are all different sports too. I think there's like hockey, baseball, I think, basketball, I'm not sure. But with Tom Ford, she did announce the 5th book in this series, Rewind It Back, I'm pretty sure, and I love the cover. So you best believe I will be getting that and making this series a full collection. Chestnut Springs and Rose Hill, I believe. Chestnut Springs, I have read every one of these. At first, I had high expectations because a lot of people loved it. So therefore, I must love it. I read the first one, I read Flawless, and I think it was like a 3.25. It was okay. It was okay. So then my expectations were quite low after that. Even though that's average, that's like an average rating. I'm not mad about that rating. Heartless, I did read, and I liked it a lot more than Flawless. I think this one was a 3.25 or 3.5, something along those lines. It was good. It was good. Cade Willa, love Willa. She is a queen. Powerless, love Powerless. Oh my gosh. I love like a tortured soul. Let's be honest. That's what I live for. That's what I live for. So Jasper is my kind of guy. So I love that one. I think I gave that one 4.25. So quite a significant stretch from Flawless to Powerless. A whole point difference. So yes, love Powerless. Next is Reckless. I loved Reckless too. Like, I was not expecting to love Reckless. However, I did know the plot of this, and I was a little skeptical, but I ended up loving it. I think I gave it a 4, so that is pretty good, like very good. Was not expecting that. Next is Hopeless. Now, guys, so for Hopeless, I kind of went in with very low expectations because I knew a lot of people just didn't love Hopeless. I kind of went in with very low expectations, and I was like, I'm definitely not gonna like this book because a lot of people said that they didn't. So then I was very surprised when I was reading it. However, it did take me a month, but I don't think that's the book's fault. I think it's my fault. I ended up loving it. It was amazing. Like, Bo and Bailey. Oh, wow. Okay. So I did rate it a 4.25, same as Powerless. Yeah, it was very surprising to me. And then Wild Love, I still haven't gotten to, and I know this is like single dad. I know this whole series will be a single dad, and that's not like my favorite trope. But as we saw with others in the other series, I guess I do kind of like it. I've heard a lot of good things about Wild Eyes, and I am more looking forward to that one than Wild Love, so I may have to pick that up soon. Next is Maple Hills. Speechless, guys, speechless. Icebreaker is my baby. Icebreaker, I loved. I think I gave Icebreaker a 4.5, I believe. This was my second ever book read, and I loved it. I think I read it on audio. It was so good, and I think I was on like a trip. I think I was in Vegas when I was listening to this, and so good. I just love it. I just love it so much. I love sports romance, honestly. Next is Wildfire. This 5 stars, guys. 5 stars. I cannot get over Wildfire. I think about it every single day. Every single day. So yes, if you have not read Wildfire, please guys, please read it. Please read it. Please. However, this one is definitely not a sports romance. Like, it mentions it, but let's just be for real, it's not. It takes place at a summer camp, cabin leaders, something like that. I love Russ, I love Aurora. They are my besties. I love them. I love them so much. Okay, next is Daydream. Now guys, contrary to belief, I didn't love this book, and that is so disappointing to me. If you saw my review on Goodreads and Fable, I was like devastated. I was like, tears in my eyes, devastated. I like gave like an explanation for my rating on there, so if you want to see that, go check it out. It's linked below. I was so sad, so frustrated, so confused. I was like, what is happening here? I don't understand. This is not my Henry. This is not my Henry. I don't know who he is. He's not my Henry. I love him nonetheless. And Hallie, we can all relate to her, let's be honest. However, you know, it was 3.5, I think, and I was expecting a 5-star. After Wildfire and Icebreaker, I was expecting a 5-star. Maybe that is my own fault, I guess, my own fault. But yeah, that was so sad. But I still love the series. I still love Henry. I still love Hallie. Go check the series out. I do recommend it. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. Okay, next is King of Wrath. I haven't read this book, but I am very excited. I'm very intrigued, I guess, because I guess these are kind of like connected, like kind of a little bit, but it's a different series, like same universe, I guess is what I'm saying. And I guess the couples kind of appear in that one. I'm not quite sure, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, very excited about that one. Next is the Twisted series, and this series I am up to Twisted Lies. I have not read Twisted Lies yet, but I'm kind of very much looking forward to it. Heather, I have seen this, like this is one of her favorite books ever, so I need to read it. I need to read it if she recommends it. So Twisted Love, I think I give like around a 3. I can't remember exactly what I gave it. Or no, maybe a 4. I think it was a 4 because I did like it, but I didn't love it. You know, like there's definitely things that I would have changed. Twisted Games I loved. I really liked, I think, more than Twisted Love. Obviously, I mean, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Twisted Hate, I think, was my favorite out of all of these. I think it was a 4.25. I really enjoyed that. I mean, I did expect to kind of like it because of the name. I mean, you could kind of insinuate what happens with that. I mean, Twisted Lies, I haven't read, but I'm going to get to it. She's just really thick. I'm scared. Next is the Addicted series. I have read Addicted to You, loved it. I think it was 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I think that was like the 3rd book I've ever read. And guys, I was not expecting to love it, but there you go, that shows you. Ricochet, 4.75 stars. It was amazing, loved it. For such a short book, I wasn't expecting to love it, but there you go, I loved it. Addicted for now, I started, yeah, you could see my bookmark in it. I think I only got to like 40 pages, and then I don't know, I wasn't feeling it, so I had to stop. So, and give it another chance some other time. So hopefully I'll be picking that back up soon. Next is the Sinner's Duet, I think. I did read that before the Brutal Prince series, and I thought it was okay. It was my first like dark romance, like not really dark if you think about it. It's not really dark. I was just, you know, it was good. It was good. 3 stars, I'm pretty sure, for both of those. It was fine. Brutal Birthday series, I have not started them at all. But I am looking forward to it. I've heard good things for the most part, so I am very excited. Another like dark romance, but like not. So we'll see. Okay, now we have the fantasy shelves. Let's start over here. This is ACOTAR. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you guys all know. You probably all read. I am the only one on the planet who hasn't. I'm very much looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a 5 stars series, so I'm scared. I'm scared to start it. I've heard mixed things about the first book, so I'm kind of scared to start it. But I've heard amazing things about Mist and Fury. I think Wings and Ruin was also a pretty good book by people's standards, so I'm very excited and scared. Okay, next is Boys of Common. It's YA, but I've heard I've obviously, you know, heard a couple of things. We'll see. I think every single one is gonna be a 5 star. So just like the others, I'm scared to pick it up. And these are actually like really big books. Like they're tall and they're thick. So I'm scared of what they hold inside of the pages. I've heard a couple of things and I know I'm gonna cry, which I kind of love crying over a book. Like that, you know, brings out emotion, and I love doing that. So I'm very much looking forward to it, and I'm scared. Okay, moving on, we have Once Upon a Broken Heart, the trilogy. I have read the first book, and guys, I'm sorry to say that I didn't love, I'm sorry to say I did not love the first book. I think I also gave it a 3.25. Same with Flawless. Like, I was expecting mind-blowing things. Oh my god, and same with the Song of Achilles. Like, I had such big expectations from everyone saying stuff about him, so I was hyping them up in my head, and I think that's just my fault. I honestly do think that's just my fault. So I will definitely, just like Song of Achilles, I will go back to it, I will read it again, I will actually like pay more attention, because I think on audiobook, I had it on Audible, so I just kind of was like skimming, like listening, but doing other stuff, so I'll actually like put all of my attention into it, and hopefully I will get better results. But yeah, I mean, I did get the UK covers, so the covers are absolutely gorgeous. I do love the covers. Next is Caraval. Okay, so I don't remember the series name, but I think this series was like mid for me, honestly. I'm sorry to say, but it was good. It was good. It just wasn't what I was expecting. I think YA is just not really my thing. I think that's where I'm going wrong with some of these. Because I'm expecting like a whole bunch of like kind of adult themes, I suppose, or more hard-hitting, oh my god, someone, you know, unalived, or something along the lines of that. So I was expecting more. I think that's just on me. So not blaming the series, not blaming Stephanie Garber at all. That is my fault. I was just thinking of a different thing. And my friend did tell me to read it, so I think I read all of these books in 1 week, honestly, which never happens to me, so I obviously enjoyed it at least a little bit. Moving on to The Tempest of Tea. I have not read it yet. I definitely will, obviously, because I got the gorgeous version. I found this on Facebook Marketplace, and the seller was like, yeah, here you go. And I was like, yes, please. So that's how I got that. Assistant to a Villain and Apprentice to the Villain. I have not read either of those, and my friend keeps on like, you need to read this, you need to read this. Yes I do. I fear I do need to read this ASAP. Throne of Glass, I read the whole series. It did take a while, like a couple of months, probably way longer than that, honestly. Assassin's Blade, I know I gave 5 stars. 5 stars. I loved it. I love short stories and like a fantasy book. I love that so much. Throne of Glass was like, whoa, what the heck happened? What the heck happened to you? Crown of Midnight. Loved Crown of Midnight. I give that 4.5. I'm pretty sure. Air of Fire, I was like, in the beginning, I was not that into, but at the end, I'm like, oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, please. Queen of Shadows, I think I gave a 4.5 as well, because I was like, oh, this is so cute. And also, oh my god, what the heck just happened? Empire Storms, I loved way more than Tower of Dawn. Just gonna put that out there. Tower of Dawn, I think, is a 3-star rating. However, the ending was my cup of tea, so we'll just leave it at that. Kingdom of Ash, guys, obviously, I gave it 5 stars. The ending, tears in my eyes. And then we have Powerless, Powerful. I have not read any of the series at all. Reckless, I still haven't even got, like, I need to get that book so bad. It kind of made me mad because the Barnes & Noble edition, the Reckless words are in like a yellow gold, and I'm like, this isn't a white, why would they do that? But anyway, yeah, haven't read either of those. Snippet in the Wings of the Night, I haven't read anything from this series. I really need to because I love vampires, and I've heard vampires are in this, so yes. Same with 6 Scorched Roses. I believe this was, I only have this because it was like 50% off or something like that. Let me see. Yep, 50% off. So I was like, okay, I have to get it. And guys, the actual hardcovers, the hardcover, absolutely gorgeous. Like 50% off for this. Yes. The Belladonna series, I've heard so many amazing things about this series. I need to read it. I haven't read any of it, but the main character is like death personified, so I need to read this like ASAP. And the hardcovers of these books, oh my gosh, gorgeous, stunning. Okay, and then I have my #1 series I've ever read. So the Inheritance games, 5 stars, guys. I love this series so much. I absolutely adore Avery. I love every main character. I love every plot that happens, every plot twist, everything basically. So the Inheritance games, 5 stars. Hawthorne Legacy I think was a 4.5 stars. Didn't love it quite as much, but it's still good. It's still good. Final Gambit, 5 stars. The Brothers Hawthorne, also 5 stars. And then Gladys Games and Games Untold, I haven't read those 2 yet, but they are on my TBR, like high on there. High on my TBR. I've just heard a lot of mixed things about Gladys Games, so that does scare me. And I didn't also love the characters that are in this book. So we'll see about that. This is like my Jennifer Lynn Barnes corner. Next we have the Natural series. This is a YA, so mystery thriller. Or like crime, I'm pretty sure. I am very much looking forward to this. My friend who also reads got through this book within 1 day. That is how you know I need to read it as soon as possible. I'm not sure what the series is called, but I haven't read it. I haven't read any of the books, and I can't get it back. I haven't read any of the books yet, but I'm very much looking forward to it because 7 Deadly Sins, they're in, I think it only follows 1 throughout the 3 books. Wrath, I'm pretty sure. That is literally all I know. That's literally all I know. So yeah, looking forward to it. Next is, I think, yes, The Half King. I haven't heard anything about this book. I saw it at Target, I'm pretty sure, and it looked very cool. Obviously, it looks gorgeous. The straight edges, that dagger, oh my gosh. Yes, please. So I know absolutely nothing about this, and which kind of led me to like me getting it, because I'm like, I know nothing about this, haven't heard anything about this, haven't seen it anywhere, so I immediately grabbed it. Not only for the beautiful cover and the straight edges, but next is When the Moon Hatched, just in hardcover because the paperback is way too big. 1,000 pages, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, not for me. The hardcover, however, is gorgeous, stunning. I wish I had the Fairy Loot subscription because, oh my god, that cover of this book is beautiful. I haven't read this, and I need to. I do have a Kindle Unlimited credit, so I think I will be purchasing this book on Kindle Unlimited because I need to read this. I need to read it so bad. Next is the Atlas 6. I haven't read this. I've heard very good things, so I need to read this as soon as possible. Most of the time, I see this series in hardcover, and I have a paperback. So that is not going to work. I need the paperbacks. Stalking Jack the Ripper, same author as this series. I've heard so many good things. And I have this cover because Barnes & Noble did that $5 thing with the cafe. So I just got it. I'm like, for $5, yes. Beautiful cover. I have heard that the others in the series will be getting new covers, just like this one. So I'm very excited about that. And I just love a historical fiction. Next is the first book in the Zodiac Academy, The Awakening. And guys, like I said in my other video, I'm so sad. I purchased this book right before the new covers let out, so I'm so sad. I have an OG cover. I am very much looking forward to this series. I just know that the first book is not everyone's favorite, so that kind of puts me off a little bit. Okay, The North Wind is next. I have heard absolutely 0 things about this book. Kind of intrigues me, and the cover is gorgeous. Like, I love this cover. Like, it's so beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it so much. And I've read the back, and it's very intriguing. Very intriguing. I read the books, I read the back so long ago that I don't remember what it is about, so maybe I have to pick this up first. I think there is a second book already out in this series, so I'm gonna have to get that soon. Metal Slinger. I and everyone have heard about this book before. A lot of positive reviews, a lot of oh my god, what is this ending reviews. So I'm very excited about this. I think this may be also a 5 stars, so I'm kind of putting it off a little bit. It was on my January TBR and I just didn't, oh no, actually it's on this TBR and I'm just scared. I'm just so scared that I'm not gonna love it. I think the second book will be coming out this year, so I need to read this. I need to read it as soon as possible. Gorgeous cover. Love the cover, absolutely stunning. But yeah, once everyone starts talking about a book simultaneously, I just have to purchase it. Dance of Thieves. I don't have Vow of Thieves, the second book in this duet, for duology. I've heard a lot of great things about this book, so I'm very excited. I know nothing as per usual. I actually found this in a little library and I picked it up and it's in great condition, so I was like, yeah, why not? Vow of Thieves was not there along with this, so I just picked one up and I'm hoping that it will show up soon. You get the Vow of Thieves and then I could just read them both together. Next is Blood of Hercules. This is also a new purchase because like the that book right there, I've heard what it's about and I am very excited. Very excited. I love the why choose trope and I've heard this has it, and I love the gods and all of that, as I said before. So I'm so looking forward to this. I'm so looking forward to it. I think this may be my next read, to be fair. But yes, I am very much looking forward to it. Next is Shatter Me. I think I've read a couple of pages of this book and then I don't know, like the crossing out of words just kind of made me uncomfy. Although that's like the style, I was not expecting it, so it kind of caught me off guard. But yeah, I only got a couple of pages in until I stopped, and then I realized that probably purchasing the box set is cheaper than purchasing them individually, so I'm gonna have to probably put this up on sale somewhere or donate it to a store or something like that, because it's just crazy. Okay, next is my Dawn of Onyx, and the special thing about this is that I got it in the UK when I was in London, so this is kind of a book that holds a special place in my heart, even though I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on this. I'm hoping for a 5 star, as everyone does with every single book that they read. I am a little skeptical, but hopefully 5 star, hopefully. Okay, next is Phantasma. I've heard a great amount of praise about this book. I'm very excited. The cover guys, stunning. I love a cover like this. I have heard it kind of resembles the Carnival, so I am a little intrigued, except this is adult, I'm pretty sure, and then Carnival was YA, so I have a feeling I may like this better than Carnival. Is the Shepherd King duology. I am very excited about this duology. I know it has to do with like the magic system is very unique, and I am very much looking forward to that. I think I purchased it because I knew it was a duology and I could just read it when I want to and then be done. You know, it's easy, it's there. Okay, next is Heartless Hunter. I've heard so many amazing reviews about this book and I need to get to it. I know I do. The only thing I wish I did have was the Fairy edition of this. I think it's beautiful. So I may or may not be getting that soon. Gorgeous cover though. I mean, I do love this cover. It's very beautiful. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this. Next is Lightlark. I believe it's going to be a 5-book series now. It was going to be a trilogy at first. So hearing that it's a 5 star, whoa there. Hearing that it's going to be a 5-book series kind of threw me off. But yes, I think I read both Lightlark and Nightbane, and I believe were both 3.75 stars, and I honestly do think about Lightlark a lot, but I just can't remember all that much. It's kind of, you know, it's good, it's not great, it's good. Yeah, and I have not read Skyshade. I really need to get to it because I bought it as soon as it got out, and I just was planning to read it, and then I just never did. So that's great. Next is Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows. I haven't read these, although I did get them like a year ago. I still have not read them. I just heard good things at first, and then now it's kind of like, you know, it's good. It's good. So, you know, I am a little worried. Alright, lastly, we have Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and Onyx Storm. So I have not really read any of this series. I really should. I know I should. But they're just very big books, and that scares me. That scares me a lot. Plus, I've heard amazing things about Fourth Wing. Iron Flame and even Onyx Storm, like, I'm hearing not great things. So that does kind of scare me a lot. Very much, actually. That's the only reason I haven't gotten to it. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the bookshelf tour. I know it's very long. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry, honestly. Which is, I knew that that was gonna happen because that's exactly why I didn't want it to be in the bookshelf reorganization video, because I knew I was going to yap on forever. That tends to happen. So yes, let me know comments, thoughts, feelings. Let me know anything in the comment section down below. Check out my socials. I have all of my socials linked down below. And yeah, check out my bookshelf reorganization because that is where I reorganize my bookshelf, obviously. And I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic week. See you next Sunday. Bye.